My name's Marcel. I'm here from the Breaks Fish and Seafood team to talk through the smoked salmon range that we've got on offer. And we're going to then discuss the different cuts that we have, from a D cut to a long slice to flavoured products to trimmings, along with different species. So the D cut is sliced across the side of the fillet, which will enable you to see the shape of a D. This is a easy to use, easy to portion side of salmon that can be simply laid out with a fixed number of slices per pack. So really good for starters, for portion control. The next product that we have tends to be the long slice. So the long slice is taking the full fillet of the salmon and slicing it horizontally right the way through. What you then have, you then take the skin off, and then from each slice you can see there's a beautiful slice of salmon that will typically be used as a centre of plate for a main course. It does require some additional work because you then have to cut it down to portion it, but it means that you have a beautiful long slice. It can be used for banquets as well, and you tend to not have so much of the brown meat, which is the belly fat that runs alongside the side of the skin. We then move on to trimmings, which are offcuts of the smoked salmon processing. And these are just a mixed offcuts that are put into a bag. It's a product that is very versatile. It can be used for sandwiches and cooking, more so as an ingredient opposed to using it as a finished item for a plate. Works really well in pastas and bagels and salads and quiches. So it's quite a very, very versatile product. Tends to be more cost effective than the D cut or the long slice. Okay, here we are looking at the three different sides of D cut that we have on offer. This one is a skinless product and these two are skin on. What you will also notice on the D cut is that you have a darker surface area. This is called the pellicle, and this is where the salmon attracts the most amount of the smoke because it's on the surface area. The long slice, however, cutting it through horizontally, you then tend not to have the depth of smoke as you would do on a D cut. So going back to the three different sides, we've got a skinless product here, which will typically be more expensive than the other two because these two have both got skin on. So you're paying for the skin. The D cut chilled side, we will have the brown meat fully intact, fully within the pack. And then on this particular product, you've got the skin on, which is then easily removed. And you'll see this product has been semi-deep skinned. So we've had majority, but not all of the brown meat removed. This particular product is smoked in Scotland. So this will be our Scottish smoked salmon. And again, you'll see here, this is skin on. You can easily peel the skin off and the brown meat is very, very fine. So this is what we would typically call a deep skinned, semi-deep skinned and brown meat on D cut smoked salmon sides. I now want to touch on our long slice range that we've got for you. So I've got three products in front of us. Two are chilled, one is frozen. The key difference between the two chilled products is that one of them we sell as catch weight, which means you'll have a variable weight in the fillet that could range from anything from 800 grams to 1.1, 1.2 kilograms. That does require a bit more balancing in terms of portion control and cost versus the fixed weight product that tends to be more expensive, but it means that you're guaranteed to get the same weight of fish on every single pack. So you've got pros and cons versus cost versus convenience. So the first product that I wanted to show you is this long sliced smoked salmon. So all of the long sliced products that we have all come with skin. This particular product, you can see the skin peels off very, very easily, but there is a yield loss on buying skin-on products versus skinless products. The next product that we have here, which is from 7&Y Smokery, our smoked salmon supplier. They do have the royal warrant. They are supplying product into the royal households on a regular basis. Again, this is a skin-on long slice. Again, you can see here the yield that you have on the skin, but then what that does give you is that you then have this perfectly beautiful piece of salmon that you can then peel off that has very, very a low percentage of dark meat. And then we have the last one, which is a frozen fixed weight product. Again, it is skin on and skin peels off very easily. This particular product tends to have a tad more brown meat than the 7&Y product, as you can see, as demonstrated. I now want to touch on the smoked salmon trimmings that we have. They come in a convenient 250 gram pack, which is very good for the lower volume users. As I mentioned before, the trimmings tend to be offcuts when the salmon producers are producing the long slice and the D-cuts. Typically when they're making a 250 gram pack or a 500 gram pack of long slice D-cut, by the nature of that product, they will then have some offcuts. So a lot of those offcuts tend to go into these trimmings, which, as mentioned before, is a great use as an ingredient for quiches, can be used for bagels, pasta dishes, but typically it's used more as an ingredient opposed to a starter or main course. Right, now I want to touch on our flavoured smoked salmons that we've got. This is a orange and fennel pollen smoked salmon. This is a 250 gram pack. What you will be buying is a 500 gram pack. The process is very similar to the standard D-cut smoked salmon. Product gets smoked and then a very rich sweet glaze is then applied to the surface. It's very rich in orange. It's got flecks of fennel running through it, along with the pollen that is impregnated into the glaze. Again, similar to the other D-cuts, it adds easy to use, easy to portion control, adds great menu appeal with the flavours. You've got these beautiful flecks of dill running through, serves with some crusty bread and some side salad, delivers a perfect starter. So to follow on from the flavoured orange and pollen fennel, we've partnered up with Campbell's & Co. and their Heatherfield Smokehouse, which is based in Scotland, and launching 3 products this year. These are amazing products. They come in 400 gram packs. They're all D-cut. We have a beetroot cured smoked salmon. We have more of a traditional dill gravlax, and we have a smoked trout that I'll be coming on to in a minute. The packs are beautifully presented. We have the D-cut beetroot cured, which gives a beautiful colour. It really brings alive any festive but also spring, summer menus. Plated on a plate with some nice salad, really brings to life an amazing plate of smoked salmon. So the additional product that we've got from Campbell & Co is our smoked steelhead trout. This is a 250 gram pack, but we will be launching this with a 400 gram. We've got average slices on our 400 Campbell & Co products, typically around about 15 slices on average. This particular product goes through a heavy smoke and a heavy maturation, which means that the depth of flavour is much stronger than you're typically tasting other smoked salmon products. It's conveniently cut for the D-cut, which enables your easy portion control presentation and to manage the menu costs accordingly.